Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ultimate Music Lover album reviews, unboxings, and etc. Please excuse me, I just got done eating before I filmed this video, just so you all know. So if I wipe my mouth, it's because I'm getting stuff off of it. Anyways, I had another package come in the mail. I'm just going to show you the side of it, where it doesn't really show anything. Customs declaration shows that it was online, but from another country. So today, I've been waiting for this for 10 days, but I'm telling you what, when it comes from another country, 10 days is pretty quick. So, without further ado, I am going to unbox this box and show you what's inside. I'm trying to figure out where the box opens up. Here, this is a good example. Alright, this is my cousin coming to get my Switch, just so you all know. It's all good. He didn't know I was filming. So I've been waiting for this cassette for a while. I don't know if I can get it out of the box, but I'm trying. No, it's in there, like, really good. Dang. I have to rip the box from this angle to get it. No, it's in there really good. Holy moly. I literally have to rip the box open. Or just cut it right there, I guess. Like, the seller packaged this really good. Finally, got it out of there. But, today we are going to be looking at my second favorite album in the whole world. I can already see the cover of the cassette. Oh man, this is awesome. Man, they packaged this really good. You know what? I'm going to send a link to the eBay seller who I bought this from. If you simply want their username, they're called Dreamland Tapes. They're based in Indonesia. And I can already tell that this is going to be a satisfactory experience because just the way that they package this to go across the ocean, wow. Dang. Woo! Well, they packaged that really well. And now I can't actually tell if this is sealed or if this is something that if this is just a cover that they put on the outside of it. I'm pretty sure this is just a cover they put on the outside. But yeah, this is the Indonesian version of this album. A few things they changed about the album cover was they moved this circle right here, where it used to be originally located like right there, but then they moved it down here. And then the guitar, you can see how it swoops up instead of going straight out in like a kind of a curve like it does on the US cover. This is how all the foreign cassette releases look, and I'm not sure if there's an actual US version of the cassette, but when I looked on eBay, there was one US version sealed, possible US version. The seller never was able to tell if it was from the US because it says on the package distributed in the US, but it doesn't say whether it comes from the US or not. But a couple things I noticed about that version is that this part of the logo, or this part of the artwork, is shrinked down to be like that big so you can fit the guitar, and then this little bit right here on the side. And then it's got the little Zwan guitar guy right here, and it says album da-da-da featuring Jimmy Chamberlain and such. And then this is not on this version, but on the back of the listing I was looking on, it had like rainbows and then a pirate ship. Apparently, that version, that possible US version that I found online, apparently they have Baby Let's Rock ending after ending the first side right after Ride a Black Swan, and then they have Heart Song starting off side 2, then Endless Summer, then Yeah. But I wanted to get the foreign release rather than spending $90 to get the sealed possible US version, because this actually has the track listing in the correct order. And this was the cheapest foreign release I found, so I'm hoping it's great. And I just noticed just now that on this Indonesian release, if you look at Yat, it says Yach. So that's a misprint. That's awesome. All right, well, I don't know if this is truly sealed or if the seller just put this on the outside, because when I looked at it, it said it was used. So I'm just going to trust the fact that it's used, because I'm pretty sure they do this just to protect it during shipping, which is good. If you sell cassette tapes, you should get these, or records. You know how some people sell records and then they ship it in the outer sleeves? They should definitely put some outer foil or something for the cassettes when they ship them. So I'm going to keep that, actually. Oh, wow. Zwan's Mary Star of the Sea. So I'm going to review this album today. And apparently the Warner Brothers sticker is on the cover. I don't really like that, but I'll be fine with it. So let's see. So far on A side, everything is correct. There's no space between El Sol. It's just El Sol. And I never really bought foreign cassette tapes or like cassettes outside of the US. So I'm not exactly sure how good of the quality is going to be, but I'm going to trust it and say that the quality of this cassette is going to be great. And the thing I really like about this cassette is that it's a screw cassette shell. You can unscrew it rather than break it open. And I love that, because all my Smashing Pumpkins cassettes I own, they're molded shells. They're not they're not ones you can unscrew. So that just makes me happy. So this is used, because they said that the writing right here with the name, 9th of April of 2003, I guess. But yeah, it gives you all the song credits right there. Then it gives you all the credits right here. Pretty generic. And then of course the J card, it's in good condition. It's kind of wrinkled and such, but I mean, this album's been around since 2003, so I'm going to trust it and hope that it sounds good. And it says on the J card that it's recorded with HX Pro and B noise reduction, but notice that when you look on the actual cassette itself, there's no label on the cassette that says HX Pro and B noise reduction. So I don't know if this is actually HX Pro and B noise reduction, but we'll see. And I don't know if this is type 1 or type 2. We'll have to see later. But all in all, this is just really awesome to have this incredible album. It really is. The supergroup Zwan, definitely great Smashing Pumpkins supergroup. So now, without further ado, we are going, or I anyways, am going to do an album review on my second favorite album ever, Zwan's Merry Star of the Sea. Now, let's start. I guess I'll hold this and then show it to you every so often. But we're going to start with Lyric. Great intro to an album. I really love the nice vibe it has. And Billy Corgan is basically saying that I'm going to unite these people in my local community with love. And I'm going to show them what love is. And we're going to protest and make sure that we're heard. And then, to some degree, when he says a lyric, a time, a crusade, a line, 1 minute, a friend, a road without end, I'm guessing that he's saying that once you find that one person or that one friend that you truly deeply connect with, it's gonna be your road that goes on forever. You're not gonna want to let it go. Settle Down is a love song. A lot of the songs on here are love songs. Let's just put it that way. Settle Down, Declarations of Faith, Honestly, El Sol, Of a Broken Heart. This whole album is basically a love album. Real quick, they're all 5 out of 5, all the songs. Let's get to Settle Down, though. So, I'm not going to talk about exactly what kind of love it is, because every song on here is a love song, except for Jesus I, Merry Star of the Sea. So I'll get to that last and do an explanation. But I'm going to talk about the things I like about each song, like the musicality and such. So in Settle Down, I love that the bass gets the first impression. The bass guitar, I guess it's called bass guitar. I call it just bass, but the bass gets the first impression. You get a steady beat, changing between like a simple finger chord, like between 2 strings, like dun dun dun, a. It's very simple, but it's so awesome. And then I really love the whole never lose the feeling vibe, basically saying never lose the feeling for what's right, and that I'm never going to lose the feeling for you because you're great and you make my life. But the musicality of it's awesome. I just love the fact that the bass guitar starts off and then it's got a nice groove to it. Declarations of Faith. Now, what I like about this song is I don't know exactly how to put it, but main character is saying that he declares that he has faith in his own heart for the person, and it kind of switches. So you got like heavy guitar, and then at some point you get like this thing where towards the end of it you get like a weird sound effect from the guitar, like it's very cool. Honestly is a great song. Thing about Honestly is it's one of those tracks where it's honestly every song on this album is very poppy. So at this point, I don't know exactly how to describe the songs, but I'm just going to go through and just quickly go through. So, honestly, the thing I like about Honestly is it's got a very similar groove. Like the chords that they use in the song make it so that you get this nostalgic feeling. And for all of you people that have grown up with this music when you were teenagers and are probably in your late 20s, early 30s now, and you're just starting to maybe even 40s, and then you start to see this and hear it, it brings back that feeling from like that time you're in high school. So I feel like I'm going to listen to this 10 or 20 years from now, and I'm going to be like, I remember that feeling of honesty, of like wanting something very honestly. Um, El Sol. El Sol is Spanish for the sun. So he basically, main character wants sunshine in his life. He always wants nothing but great sunshine. Of a broken heart. Basically, the main character saying, that's how I'm going to die. So he's saying, let's go live our life together and have our love until I die of a broken heart because we're going to have to split up. It's basically like pre-breaking up song. Like let's live the rest of the time that we have together greatly before I just have to go. Ride a Black Swan. That's a good one. The thing I love about Ride a Black Swan is it's another love song, but it's from a different perspective. So it's thinking as like the main character is traveling around the world to find this person, or as the lyric goes, as the world goes round, it's got me thinking of the things that I want and can be missing. So at this point, the main character is like, every day that goes by, I start thinking of what I truly want, what I'm missing in this life, and what I want to gain from it. And it's you. Heart Song. Heart Song is basically when you introduce that person into your home. And you're saying that the only reason why I'm here is because of these heart songs. Because there's these songs that show that I love you. And then when he says, how can you say that I don't need you? That's basically the main character saying that the person that I love is doubting the fact that I love them and I need them in my life. And they're saying, no, you don't. Endless Summer. It's basically one of those daydream songs where you dream of you and your significant other going to the beach and jumping in the water, or just going down the sidewalk eating ice cream, or going to the movies, or whatever it might be. You just want that great feeling between you and your significant other to last forever and to never change. Baby, Let's Rock. That's basically a motivation song saying that you can be down, you can have all of these bad thoughts and think all these bad things, but we should just get back up and keep having fun, because there's no time left to be sitting around and being bummed out at the fact that you can't do certain things. He's basically saying, come on, baby, let's go live our lives together, positive, negative, or indifferent. Let's rock. Yeah. Yeah, I think is a song about certainty, where the main character is certain that he wants to be with this person forever. Like, what I want is you, and I never want to let it go. And then Desire is a song saying that he has desire, his significant other has desire, everybody has desire for something, and eventually desire fades away like everything else does. Now, Jesus I and Mary Star of the Sea. So this is actually 2 songs, but it's combined into one 14-minute and 4-second song. So the thing I love about Jesus I and Mary Star of the Sea is it's basically a reprise of Lyric. Main character finds his faith, he finds Jesus, and he carries on Jesus' legacy. And from that moment, that's what the first part is he's saying that he has accepted Jesus, he's taken the cross or the crucifix, and he's going to go out and bring faith and light to the world. After that, when it fades into and goes into Mary Star of the Sea, I think the Mary Star of the Sea portion, there you go, sorry. Tongue slipped for a minute, so I wasn't sure what I was saying, but then the Mary Star of the Sea portion of the song is when the main character starts to kind of have a doubt, because especially when he claims that everything just feels like rain, but it's because maybe he moved, maybe he's missing the person that he wants to be with, maybe there's some other conflict that's getting in the way of making sure that the love between him and his significant other change. And so that's why he's like, everything feels like rain. The things that we've shared and all the times we've had, it just feels like rain falling from the sky. Or maybe that's a good thing, but the way that he says it makes it seem like he's kind of sad rather than happy. But I've only listened to this album like 50 times. I haven't listened to it 500 times yet, so I can't really say anything. But I love this album. The first time I listened to this album, I listened to it on repeat for 5 days straight. And then took a break and got to Rage Against the Machine and then back to Smashing Pumpkins. But now I'm going to start playing it again. Come With Me. Come With Me is just... it's something that's for sure. The main character is stating that I want you to be with me forever. I am sure about it. I want you to be my love in my life. So that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say about the album. That's the best I've come to analyzing it. But overall, this album gets a 5 out of 5. It probably gets a 6 out of 5. This album is neck to neck with Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. I don't know if this is my second favorite album or if it's my favorite album. I don't know if Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness is my favorite album or it's my second favorite album. But Smashing Pumpkins' Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness and Zwan's Mary Star of the Sea are 2 of the best albums I've heard so far in my entire life. And I love them. I love them dearly. And I'm so happy to own this Indonesian cassette. It's so awesome that I get to have this on cassette. Because I love records, don't get me wrong. But cassettes, I connect with the cassette more because of how compact it is compared to records. Its portability, which relates to the compactability. I don't know if that's a word, but you know what I'm saying. And even if it isn't better than digital or records, like even if it is not the best sounding medium, it's easy to carry, it's easy to have, and they're easy to collect. These are much, much, much cheaper to collect than records. I spent $15 plus, the seller on eBay sent me an offer for $13, so I accepted it, but I ended up spending in all less than $25 on this cassette, like $23.05 or something like that. And then maybe with tax it ended up being close to $30. But $30 compared to, if you don't include shipping and stuff for the vinyl record, you're looking as low as $300 for a European pressing of this album on 2 LPs. So, do I want to get the cassette or the vinyl record? Probably the cassette, because that's a tenth of the price or less than the record. And same thing goes with Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. The slipcase cassette varies anywhere from $40 to $100 with both tapes. And if you don't have the slipcase and you just have the 2 tapes, then it can be like $30 to $50, maybe $60. But when I bought my long box copy, I bought it for almost $100 of Melancholy. But that's still good because I spent $189 on the box set. If I would have got an original 3LP pressing, I would be spending at least $450, if not $1,500, $2,000 for a sealed copy. So I just love cassettes because their collectability. They're easy to collect. You can have many of them. CDs, they're great, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm more on the analog side of things. I own quite a few CDs now because I only used to have Melancholy on CD, but now I have Oceania, Zeitgeist, and Machina 2 bootleg on CD. I have Radiohead's The King of Limbs. I have the Lost Highway soundtrack. I have Chicago, If You Leave Me Now. I have quite a few CDs now compared to what I did even 2 months ago. I have a decent CD collection now of like 10 CDs. But cassettes are definitely my dominant format. I have about 60 albums on vinyl, maybe 70. But I have like almost 100 albums on cassette. And then if you count copies of albums or albums that I recorded by myself, like made copies of, you're looking at like 250, maybe even 300 cassette tapes. They're easier to collect. They're easier to afford. And it's easier to archive them. It's easier to do a lot of things. Even if the quality doesn't match the standards of like a CD or a record, cassettes, I believe, are just the best way to collect music because they're compact enough to where they will get the job done and they will deliver not necessarily super good sound, but optimal sound that you can live with. And they're just much cheaper than most things. Even the expensive albums on cassette are cheap. It's really is a big game changer. Cassettes have just been a great way of collecting music for me. So happy to have this album on cassette. I might get the CD soon, but I hope you enjoyed this talk about my love and appreciation for cassettes and the review that I did on this album, because I really do love this album. Zwan's Mary Star of the Sea is such a great album, and if you haven't listened to it yet, I recommend you go and listen to it. But that's all I gotta say. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will come back in another video to give you the updates on this, and I will do an album review on Autumn soon. Speaking of which, I listened to Autumn. I think it's better than Sir. Siamese Dream is still the worst, unfortunately, but Autumn is actually a lot better than people are saying it is. People keep saying it sucks. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a great sequel to Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness and Machine of the Machines of God. It's not like it's not par, like it's not subpar. It's not like very, very good compared to like Melancholy and Machina 2 and Oceania, like those albums, those 3 albums, nothing will ever top those 3 albums. But Autumn is definitely in the top 8. Yeah, no, it's in the top 6. Autumn is it's in the top 7. It would go right after Sir. I would have to go look at my list, but overall, Autumn's a great album. It's a perfect balance of implementing the new kind of songwriting he has, and then Billy Corgan takes some of the old songwriting techniques too. It's just a perfect balance of everything. It's not the best album, but it definitely, for it being recorded in late 2022 all the way up to early mid 2023, I have to say it's a pretty solid album overall. So with that said, I'm going to stop ranting and I'm going to just say have a great day, enjoy that music. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please like the video. Comment down below if you love Zwan's Merry Star of the Sea. And also, please comment if you have any information about the 65 unreleased songs box set, because William Patrick Corgan said that he was going to release a box set with 65 unreleased Zwan songs, and I'm actually pretty invested now. So if you have any updates on that, please let me know. Keep me in touch. And if you like this video and other videos, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more music-related content, unboxings, and more. And with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all on the flip side for the next album review.